Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Davinci and I talk about mindset and personal growth. And in today's video, we are going to discuss about negative self-talk. We often find ourselves saying things which we would have never said to anyone else. But don't worry, you are not alone. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to identify negative self-talk, how to understand why we do it, and most importantly, practical guide on how we can overcome it. So get comfortable and then I will share with you how you can be kind with yourself. So first we are going to see what is negative self-talk. Negative self-talk are those thoughts which goes in your mind which are critical, harsh and unkind. These are the thoughts which are deeply rooted within ourselves that you don't even realize what you are doing while having this negative self-talk. These talk make us believe that you are not capable of doing anything, you are not smart enough, and definitely you are not good enough to do anything. But here is the thing, while we are having this self-negative talk, our mind is listening. So these thoughts shape us how we see ourselves and the world around us, which is why it is so important and to aware of those negative self-thought which goes in your mind. So why do we engage in this negative self-talk? There are so many reasons which falls into this category, and for some it can be perfectionism, that you always have to be flawless and any slip up will lead to a failure. For some it can be a societal pressure, like you have to be successful, you have to be beautiful, or you have to be worthy it. Any failure to this will lead to a frustration. And for some it can be a reflection of our childhood, how we were spoken when we were child by our parents, by our teachers or by our peers. Also, in spite all of this reason, you also have to remember that if you can have a negative self-talk, then you can also have the positive self-talk. It's just a matter of habit, or it's just a matter of your thinking. Now let's see the impact of this negative self-talk. These negative self-talk are not just small innocent thoughts. These thoughts can impact on your self-esteem. It can increase the feeling of anxiety, depression, and those thoughts can also hold you back from pursuing your dreams. Imagine yourself putting into a thought where you are getting sick day by day, not able to move forward, just being stuck at one place. Do you want to live life like this? I don't think so. Think about this. If you're constantly telling yourself that you are not good enough, how you're supposed to take that risk, how you're supposed to explore the new opportunities if you are constantly not believing in your abilities, how you're supposed to reach to your goals. This self-criticism can also affect your relationship, because if you're constantly feeling that you're unworthy and you're insecure, then you're not going to make a new connection. When you feel self-confident, then only you will have a confidence to talk to others. You have to be self-sufficient, then only you can make a new connections, which is why it is so important that you should know the impact of negative self-talk so that you can change it. Now that we have seen the impact of it, let's see how you can recognize negative self-talk. Now, how do you know when you are engaging in negative self-talk? You can start paying attention to your self-thought. Are those thoughts are helpful, supportive, or they are just harsh and judgmental? Common forms of negative self-talk can include, for example, assuming the worst case scenario. Even if you are in the present moment and if you are assuming the worst scenario which is going to happen in the future, that can be an example of negative self-talk. Blaming yourself that aren't entirely your fault, also which are happening around you. Focusing only on the negative outcomes and ignoring the positive outcomes. So once you are aware of these thoughts which goes in your mind, now it's time to stop them. Now that you have identified the self-talk, now it's time to reframe it. So there are ways you can reframe this self-negative talk. This doesn't mean that you have to ignore the reality or pretend that everything is perfect. It's about shifting your mindset, to more compassionate and balanced thoughts. Ask yourself, if something happens and you're having the negative self-talk, then you have to ask yourself, is this really true? Do you have any proof that this belief is true? Instead of saying, I am very bad at this, you can say, I'm still learning and everyone makes mistake. Remind yourself that every experience, even if it is a failure, makes you grow and makes you learn something about it. It's opportunity to learn and grow. And also remember that reframing takes time. It needs practice. So over a time, you will be able to transform yourself with positive self-talk. Now, another powerful way to combat this negative self-talk is having the self-compassion. Self-compassion means treating yourself with the same kindness, same understanding which you would offer to someone else. Being gentle with yourself, especially in the time of struggle. Recognize that every human being makes a mistake and face challenges. It's a part of being human. Staying present and accepting your feelings without any judgment. By cultivating self-compassion, you can replace the self-criticism with sense of acceptance and peace. You can also build a positive habits in your daily life. To shift your perspective from negative to positive, it's important that you have to build the positive habits in your life. For example, gratitude journal. Write 3 things you are grateful for each day. This will help you focus on good rather than bad information. Repeat positive statement about yourself like, I am capable of doing anything. I deserve love and respect every day from others and from myself too. Surround yourself with the positivity. Spend time with the people who support you, uplift you, and who will be happy for your growth and your success. Limit exposure to the negative environment, be it a social media or the environment you surround yourself with, to protect your mental peace at any cost. By having these small lasting change in your life, you can shift your mindset from negative self-talk to positive self-talk. And as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought that you are not your thoughts. Negative self-talk may feel powerless, but it is not the truth. It's just a habit, and habit can be broken. By just becoming aware of your inner thoughts, reframing negative thoughts, practicing this self-compassion, you can be your biggest supporter. You can stop being your own critic and start becoming your biggest supporter. Always remember that you deserve kindness from yourself and from others too. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on personal growth and mindset. As always, leave a comment. I would like to hear how you're working on shifting your perspective. Until the next time, take care and be kind to yourself.